10 most notorious criminals in Wakefield Prison, UK. His Majesty's Prison Wakefield, or HM Prison Wakefield, is a Category A men's prison in the West Yorkshire city of Wakefield. Operated by His Majesty's Prison Service, the prison was built as a correctional centre in 1594. Most of its current structures date from the Victorian era. HM Prison Wakefield has been nicknamed the Monster Mansion, no thanks to the large number of high-profile criminals, high-risk sex offenders and murderers held in the facility. In 1967, the current prison was designated a dispersal prison. Wakefield Prison holds hundreds of the most notorious criminals in the UK, mainly rapists, serial killers and other prisoners serving life sentences. This video will show you the 10 most notorious criminals in Wakefield Prison, UK. 1. Klaus Fuchs. This theoretical physicist and atomic spy was born on the 29th of December 1911 as Klaus Emil Julius Fuchs in East Berlin, in the then German Democratic Republic. He attended the University of Leipzig, Kiel University, the University of Bristol and the University of Edinburgh. While working at the Los Alamos Laboratory, he was responsible for a lot of significant theoretical calculations about the first nuclear weapons. He was also involved in early models of the hydrogen bomb. That was when he became an atomic spy, supplying information from the US, UK and Canadian Manhattan Project to the Soviet Union during and after World War II. He was convicted in 1950 and spent 9 years and 4 months in Wakefield Prison. He died at the age of 76 on the 28th of January 1988. 2. Ian Huntley. Ian Huntley was a school caretaker responsible for the disappearance and the eventual murder of 10-year-old schoolchildren Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman, the safety of whom he was actually responsible. The crime that sent shockwaves across the country was committed on the 4th of August 2002. It saw more than 400 police officers descend for 13 days on the sleepy Cambridgeshire town of Soham until they discovered the 2 dead bodies in an irrigation ditch in Suffolk on the 17th of August 2002. Ian was convicted of the murder in 2003 and given 2 terms of life imprisonment. Though now in HMP Frankland, he was held first at Wakefield until January 2008. 3. Colin Ireland. Colin Ireland was born on the 16th of March 1954. He was a serial killer whose victims were gay, hence the nickname Gay Slayer. Between 8th of March 1993 and 12th of June 1993, he murdered 5 gay men by pretending to be gay in order to befriend his victims. As he had married twice to women, he was believed to be heterosexual. He was a very organised and clear murderer. He had a full murder kit of rope, handcuffs and a full change of clothes. He was apprehended on the 21st of July 1993 and sentenced on the 20th of December 1993 to life imprisonment on 5 counts of for the murders. He was held at Wakefield Prison where he developed pulmonary fibrosis that claimed his life on the 21st of February 2012 at the age of 57. 4. Harold Shipman. Harold Frederick Shipman was a British general practitioner and a serial killer. Considered to be one of the most prolific murderers in modern history, he was convicted of the murder of 15 patients in 2000 in his care. Between 1970, when he began working as a physician, and 1998, when he was arrested, he was charged with the murder of something between 200 and 260 patients by injecting each of them with lethal doses of painkillers. He was sentenced to life imprisonment, given a whole life order on 31st of January 2000. On 13th of January 2004, Harold hung himself in his cell at Wakefield Prison and died at the age of 57. 5. Ian Watkins. Ian David Carslake Watkins, born on the 30th of July 1977, is a Welsh child sex offender. He was a singer-songwriter and musician between 1995 and 2012 while he was engaged in sexual offences. He was arrested on the 17th of December 2012 and sentenced to 29 years imprisonment in January 2013 for sexual offences, including but not limited to the sexual assaults of 3 young children under 13. Though he began his sentence in Wakefield, he was transferred on the 25th of January 2014 to HM Prison Long Lartin. His offences also included attempted rape, making or possession of indecent images of children, possessing an extreme pornographic image involving bestiality, and possession of a mobile phone in prison. 6. Levi Bellfield. Born Levi Rabbits on the 17th of May 1968, he's a serial killer, burglar, sex offender, rapist and kidnapper. Known also as Yusuf Rahim, with nicknames the Bus Stop Stalker, the Bus Stop Killer and the Hammerman, he was charged with the murders of Marsha MacDonald and Amélie Delagrange and the attempted murder of Kate Sheedy, of which he was convicted on the 25th of February 2008. He was later sentenced to life imprisonment with a whole life order and moved to HMP Frankland. On the 23rd of June 2011, he was also convicted of the murder of Millie Dowler and sentenced to another whole life order, making him the first prisoner in history to be given 2 whole life orders. He also won a bid to be allowed to marry behind bars. 7. Robert Black. Robert Black, Scottish serial killer and paedophile, was born on the 21st of April 1947 in Grangemouth, Stirlingshire, Scotland. Between 12th of August 1981 and 26th of March 1986, he committed several crimes, including kidnap, rape and murder of 4 girls aged between 5 and 11. The nationwide manhunt for Robert was one of the most exhaustive murder investigations of the 20th century in the UK. He was apprehended on the 14th of July 1990. On the 19th of May 1994, he was convicted of the murder of those young girls and taken to Wakefield Prison. His conviction included a recommendation that he should not be paroled until at least 35 years. In 2011, he was further convicted of sexual assault and murder of 9-year-old Jennifer Cardy in 1981. Robert died on the 12th of January 2016 at HMP Maghaberry at the age of 68. 8. Mark Bridger. Born as Mark Leonard Bridger on the 6th of November 1965 at the War Memorial Hospital in Carshalton, Surrey, Mark had a chain of convictions for minor offences since his teenage years. At 19, he was convicted of offences related to firearms and theft. It climaxed on the 1st of October 2012 when he murdered 5-year-old April Sue Lynn Jones, a Welsh child from Machynlleth, Powys. Mark was arrested the second day as he was sighted while getting into a vehicle near her home. On the 14th of January 2013, Mark pleaded not guilty to the charge of murder at Mould Crown Court, but accepted that he was probably responsible for April's death. On the 30th of May 2013, 46-year-old Mark was convicted of April's abduction and murder and perverting the course of justice. He was given a whole life tariff. 9. Charles Bronson. Also known as Charles Arthur Salvador and Charles Ali Ahmed, this notorious criminal was born on the 6th of December 1952 in Luton, England as Michael Gordon Peterson. Now known as Charles Bronson, the British man with a violent life as a prisoner has spent periods detained in different places. Though currently serving a life term at HM Prison Frankland in County Durham for robbery and kidnap, he was formerly an inmate at Wakefield Prison. Other places he has been detained include Broadmoor, Rampton and Ashworth high-security psychiatric hospitals. He had earlier been convicted and sentenced in 1974 to 7 years for armed robbery. He bagged other sentences because he attacked prisoners and guards. He was released in 1987 but was convicted of armed robbery again the following year and returned to prison. Because of his violent nature and taking numerous hostages, he was given a whole life sentence of life imprisonment. 10. Robert Maudsley. Born on the 26th of June 1953 in Speke, Liverpool, England, his full name is Robert John Maudsley. He is known as the most dangerous serial killer in Britain, ready to die in an underground glass box. He has been locked away since 1979 in a glass prison cell after he was sent down for murder. He's probably Britain's longest-serving prisoner. Robert has certainly broken a record as the longest prisoner in the world in solitary confinement. He's known by nicknames Hannibal the Cannibal, the Brain Eater and Spoons. He was convicted of 3 counts of murder and 1 count of manslaughter. He is currently on a whole life tariff or life imprisonment for the crimes he committed between 1974 and 1978 in London, Broadmoor and Wakefield Prison. For more information about Robert Maudsley, please see our video about 12 UK notorious criminals jailed for life. These are just 10 of the notorious criminals in the UK held in Wakefield Prison. You likely have heard about others. Please, the comment section is waiting for your thoughts. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.